Hey, good morning, loves. Tuesday morning, sitting in my favorite space, drinking my coffee, and taking time to get my day started. I'm all of a sudden feeling very self-conscious because I'm noticing, hello, allergy season and bags under my eyes. And that's all right. That's life, man. Life in the fast lane. I'm loving being home. Some of you know that I was in, good morning, Kevin. I was in Houston for 4 or 5 days, and now I'm back on my porch doing my morning routine. Good morning, Edgar. Hey, sweetheart. I love that you're thriving and doing so amazingly well, honey. So I'm just listening to the sounds of the birds and drinking my coffee and doing what I do most mornings. I don't want to say every morning because I don't want to put that rigidity on myself or on you, right? We kind of hold ourselves to this ridiculous, unloving standard that this is the way I'm supposed to do it every day, and it doesn't work that way. So one of the things that I do is I have a lovely Danielle Laporte journal, and I write things down. I've spoken to you guys before about core desired feelings that Danielle teaches about, and it's something I've really begun to incorporate into my routine, and some magic has really happened from doing that. And then of course I can't juggle all the things. I'm trying to show y'all show and tell this morning, a little show and tell, my A Course in Miracles, which I read from, or actually I listen to Marianne Williamson read them, and that is part of my meditation. And then I sit here and I drink my coffee, and I notice the wind, and I love where the sun is rising right now because it's behind this tree, and I can sit out here longer and just really be in the loveliness of all of that. And I wanted to jump on this morning. Good morning, Allison. I really wanted to jump on this morning specifically because there is a lot stirring out in the woo-woo world, which is not necessarily the space where I work or even dare to dabble. I just know that there are a lot of people right now. Good morning, Elizabeth. Hi, sweetheart. I know that there are a lot of people right now who are feeling very stirred, a lot of people who are not sleeping well, a lot of people who are having big old stuff bubble up in a really powerful, potent way. And what we feel, good morning, Carl, what we feel inclined to do when that happens is go, something is wrong. What's wrong? Something must be wrong. If I'm feeling this way, something must be wrong. And we try to think our way out of what we're feeling. And I want to really encourage each of you to lovingly, gently, and courageously go ahead and just sit in whatever you're feeling and allow it to be okay. It really just wants to be released so powerfully. And when we engage our thinking and shut it down, we're just delaying that release. So I know that it's uncomfortable. I'm hoping that you guys have what I call a soul tribe, people in your life that will hold space and witness you and not need for you to be feeling anything different. People who can strongly hold space for your discomfort, your tears, your frustration, your, the ugliness and the messiness that comes up for all of us. Good morning, Mike. It's super important for us to have people in our lives that can do that for us. And we have to step up. You're fixing to hear Suki bark because there's a dog going to walk by. And she needs to say good morning to all the dogs that walk by. So really, really important to allow yourselves to have that space. Now, in order to have people that are going to really reach out, really hold you, you have to be able to reach out for them and set it up ahead of time, which can be really uncomfortable. There she goes. Although my guess is okay, Mike, see you later, buddy. If you notice who's in your life, my guess is there are already people, good morning, Jeff Dunn, there are already people who are there in place on the ready. It's about taking that step through the portal of vulnerability. I truly believe that all the good stuff, everything that we want in life is on the other side of vulnerability. And we have to be willing to walk through that doorway in order to reach for what's on the other side and step through. I keep hearing that Doors song. It's really one of my theme songs right now. Break on through to the other side, right? How can I move from, without any judgment or criticism, from this space where I've been sitting into the space of being closer and closer and closer to the highest version of myself, right? And I know for me, one of the key things, and I really believe for all of us, one of the key things is having a tribe of like-minded people who will hold soul space for us to be able to navigate through whatever that may be. I know that no matter how much work I've done, no matter how much I teach, no matter how good I am at this process, no matter how much closer and closer I'm getting to a mastery level of self-love, right? Which I'm still in it. Good morning, my sweet cat, Sandalance. I still too need people that I can reach out to hold space for me in that humanness, in that moment. Good morning, Edith. Of my own tenderness. And really and truly, it is what we wanted as children, and some of us had, but for the most part, we really didn't when we really needed it. We got a lot of mixed messages, a lot of confusing messages. Good morning, Eric, about our emotions, which we believed were about us, and they weren't about us. Good morning, Tim. Those messages were about our family and our parents and the people around us that did not know how to be with their own emotions and their own bigness of what comes up for them. I promise you there are people out there who are wanting that for themselves and can be that for you, right? Does that make sense? If you need some help in this area, you can always reach out to me. You can send me a message and I'm happy to help you. There are lots of things that I do as a coach where I, especially for my one-on-one clients and my group coaching clients, and even when I do the once a month self-love conversations where I hold space for those brave souls that want to step up and be witnessed, and they're really so ready. In other words, they're so uncomfortable in where they are that they're ready to step through the perceived discomfort for anything else. And you know, it used to be that we had to be in pain in order to change. And it's true that we don't have to do that anymore. We can reach out for preference. We can reach out for happiness. We can reach out for, in other words, we can notice the high watermark. This is as happy as I've ever been. This is as much money as I've ever made. This is as much joy as I've ever had. This is as connected as I've ever been to other people, and we can break through that glass ceiling. I love so Louise Laffey, one of my mentors, her favorite childhood story was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Good morning, Evelyn. Big love to you, sweetie. And I love the notion that at the very end of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they break through that glass ceiling and soar even higher. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we're endeavoring to do. So while all of this is swirling around, you know, for my friends like Kevin Casey, who I recommend you guys follow, who does really simple nuggets of what's going on in the cosmos. And even if you don't believe in that, and that's okay too, just notice when things feel like my personal martini is being shaken and not stirred, right? I'm feeling a little shaken. Just to notice self, and without judgment and criticism, without feeling like you're doing anything wrong if you're not feeling good all the time. None of us feel good all the time. And I was speaking this weekend to a beautiful friend of mine who lives in Australia, who was talking about how she feels like she's getting it wrong. And I said, we are a part of nature. We like to think as humans that we're separate from nature, but we're not. We're part of nature, and our life is cyclical too. So the truth is, when these beautiful trees, I don't think I can turn you around, can I? Yeah, I can. Look, when those beautiful trees, that one across the street from me in particular, that tree loses all of its leaves. When those leaves start to turn and fall, that tree doesn't go, holy crap, what am I doing wrong? No, it just leans into the process and leans into and allows. So how can we be more in the allowing? Oh, Edgar, I'm so excited to read this. Edgar is saying, just an update on how your work impacted my life. I have a show in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, honoring my grandfather's legacy, and will be performing some of his music in City Square. Edgar, that makes me redonkulously happy, and thank you for sharing that. I would love to catch up with you at some point, and I'm so glad that you're thriving, and I can really feel that. I just want you to know that I can really feel you're thriving, and you're so courageous and wonderful, and having done this work, which is hard, Edgar will tell you, it's totally worth it, and it's tough stuff. So today, my Tuesday morning love for you is to just notice where you are, allow it to be okay. Even if it's really uncomfortable, even if it feels really bad, like that's okay. That's part of the deal. There isn't anything wrong necessarily. Just sit in it, find people to hold you, find people to hold space for you, and lovingly be there for you. I could not do what I do if I didn't have those people in my life. And the way we're showing up for each other is so beautiful and courageous. So who can you connect with today a little more deeply than you ever have before? Who can you share with today? Now, listen, it's not about sharing everything with everyone, because there truly are some people that that just can't do it, and it's no criticism to them. But listen to your intuition and listen to your heart when it says to you, this person. Like you'll feel a little nudge, a little pull, or you'll feel compelled. And my guess is that right now you already have a picture of someone in your mind, right? That can hold that space for you, that you want to just connect with a little more fully. And maybe it's to hold space for them. I love the reciprocity of it, right? So that's my Tuesday morning porch love for you guys. I'm going to go listen to A Course in Miracles now. I just wanted to reach out and share my love and share my joy with you guys. And I'll see you soon. Big love.